Happy Monday, and welcome to a week in my PhD life. So I am back home. It's very rare that I spend a full day over in zoology anymore. I normally work from home, or at least spend some of the day working from home. But I was in the lab and the office all day today, and it was actually kind of nice. I went for lunch with a pal, knocked about the botanical gardens, treated myself to a coconut milk latte. Yeah, I mean, experiments didn't go to plan at all, but I feel like this is just the story of my PhD. But I had a nice day anyway. But I think this evening I'm just going to chill, maybe read some of my book, have a bath, eat some food, play some Assassin's Creed. I don't know, just chill, just have a relaxed evening, and then I have to go back into the office and the lab again tomorrow to see if the experiments I ran this afternoon worked. So fingers crossed. So it is Tuesday and I am already running later than I would have liked to get into the lab, which is not unusual, and it definitely doesn't help filming this. But I just have to go up to Old Aberdeen into zoology, run a couple of gels to check that my PCRs that I ran yesterday afternoon have worked. If they haven't, I don't really know what I'm going to do, but I figure that we just cross that bridge if we come to it. But if they do work, then I'm going to come home and work from home, and there's a few other little bits that I want to do and get done from here. But yeah, I guess we just head up to zoology and see what the rest of the day holds for us. Success. So my gels ran really nicely. I got the results that I wanted. So I got to drop off all of my samples at the Centre for Genomics for a sort of big-ish for me sequencing project that'll be my final data chapter for my thesis. But did that, and then I went for lunch with my partner, and we sat in Old Aberdeen, sat in my favourite spot in the sun. And now I've got home and got ready to go to the gym for a little bit. I did spend some time watching TikToks when I got home, just chilling. But yes, I'm going to go to the gym and then I'll come back and do a little bit of computer work. windswept. Whew. I was meant to be working from home for the whole day, which I was looking forward to because I really enjoy working from home, but my supervisor, second supervisor, messaged me this morning and just said like, oh, could I meet him and give him some samples? Oh, I need to put my camera down somewhere. So I popped up to zoology. It's like a 20-minute walk or so. And so I met him, I gave him samples, and then we went for coffee in Shelter, which is my favourite little coffee shop up in Aberdeen, old Aberdeen. But it is so windy, but I've lost track of which storm we're on. Is it Franklin? Is it Eunice? I don't know, but yeah, I'm glad to be home. Think I might have some early lunch, I guess, and then just work from the sofa all day and do some chores as well. My flat is disgusting, so I think, yeah, I might break up all my writing with little flat chores. So I know the lighting isn't super great, but this is literally where I sit to do pretty much all of my thesis writing. So I just thought I would or should film a little segment that tells you at what point I am in my PhD and what it is that I'm studying quickly. So I am in my 4th year, my final year. I finish in like 8 months. So normally at this point I would just be writing, but because of the pandemic, my timeline was a little shifted around. So I did some writing a lot earlier in my PhD, and now I am still doing, or still have some lab work and data analysis to do. But I feel pretty okay about it. I feel like everything's fairly on track. Everything will get done. And I'm quite calm. Hopefully I'm feeling that for the right reason. But yeah, so I really enjoy working from home. We are allowed back in the office now, and I do pop in from time to time just to see some friendly faces. And I have a really nice desk, so sometimes I feel a little guilty not using it. But yeah, I do much prefer working from home and also from cafes, and I will go and work in a cafe later this week. So as to what I'm studying, so I just very in short study the relationship between the honeybee, a parasite that they have called the veromite, and a virus that the veromite parasite transmits called the deformed wing virus. So I look at the interactions between those 3 organisms, and I look at them in a really specific place. So the veromite feeds from the developing honeybee, and it creates this single feeding site that it continually returns to. So yeah, I look at these complex interactions at this very tiny location on the developing honeybee, which has been incredibly challenging. But I have enjoyed it. I think I'm just a little done. I think 4 years is a long time on a project like this. It's very intense. You're learning all the time. You often feel out of your depth. So yeah, I think I'm just ready to write up, be finished with this project, and move on to something a little bit different. But yeah.
Well, those are some nice flowers you've got there.
Yeah, I thought I'd treat myself.
Can't really see them that well, but...
Oh, they're like
real.
yellow roses.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. So how's things?
All right. Yeah, I think.
Good. Good.
It is Thursday. I've just had my morning meeting, which I have every Thursday morning with both of my supervisors. It's quite a short one today because didn't have that much to say. Everything's just running, and I don't really have any questions. So yeah, quite a quick one. And now I'm going to go into town. I'm going to do some work in Waterstones, which is my favourite cafe to work in. So there are loads of like really wonderful cafes in Aberdeen, especially lots of independents. But like Waterstones is just my favourite to work in. I never feel like I'm taking up too much space by sitting there on my laptop. It feels very comfy. I feel very welcome. Yeah, it just has a nice vibe, and there's always some really like good conversations. There's like a good mix of people in there, and I do like to do a bit of people watching. And there's like the right level of feeling kind of observed, so I feel like I can't scroll on my phone or check social media, that kind of thing. So it does sort of push me to work, which is really good. But yes, I'm going to head there now, maybe have a couple of coffees, have a piece of cake, and get some writing for my one of my thesis chapters. So yeah, and the wind's dropped. It's not so windy today. It looks a little sunny, so that's very nice. I feel really tired today. So after I came back from Waterstones, I just worked on the sofa, just did some writing. And it's like literally just turned 5 and I've already started to run a bath. And that's one of the things that I love about working from home, that you can just like immediately finish work and then do something nice for yourself, or even maybe before work finishes officially. But yeah, so I think for the rest of the evening, I'm just gonna relax, maybe do some like gentle yoga, eat some good food, get an early night, maybe finish my book in bed or something. But yeah, so quite a quiet, chilled Thursday. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, and I've not had a productive morning. I sat down to do some writing, somehow ended up watching the Fire Festival documentary on Netflix. And that kind of thing does happen sometimes. And it's especially easy working from home. But that's okay. I did get some work done. And now I'm just getting ready to head out because one of the other PIs in the department has a prospective new PhD student that will be shared with my supervisor. So my supervisor will be their second supervisor potentially. So I'm just going to go for lunch with this PI and this prospective PhD student, just to tell her a little bit about Aberdeen. And she will also be an East Bio PhD student, and East Bio were the postdoctoral training people that fund me and my PhD. So I can tell her a little bit about what it's like to be funded by East Bio. So yeah, that should be nice, having lunch in Keelau, which is one of my favourite places in Old Aberdeen. I mean, one of the only places in Old Aberdeen to eat, and they're all good, so. But yeah, no, it should be nice, and it's a beautiful day outside, so looking forward to a nice walk. Gone 5:30, so it's the end of my working week. This afternoon was not super productive either. I did a little bit, but just so easily distracted, and some days just go like that, and that's okay. But now I am gonna pack up a load of stuff and get ready to go over to my partner's. So we don't live together, but we live incredibly close to one another. So we're practically neighbours. But one weekend I will stay at his, and then the next he will stay at mine. And this weekend it's my turn to go over to his. So I'm just gonna clean my flat and then pack up a few things and then head over to his for the evening. It's Saturday and we are off up north towards Fraserburgh to visit a couple of castles and the beach and maybe a cairn, depending on the time. We've had a bit of a late start because we had some problems with our car hire. but I'll save that for another video, the sort of main video of the adventures of this weekend. Oh, buzzard. Distracted by a buzzard. Yeah, so I am quite protective of my free time and my weekends, so I try really hard not to do any PhD work on the weekend. I mean, sometimes it's inevitable, but I only do it if I really have to. So yeah, this weekend is just going to be about taking some time for me, having a nice time, and that starts with visiting some castles. So there will be a main video, but just to recap, today we went up to Memzican, then we came back down to St Mary's Church near Merikuta, and we've just been to see Cullowly Stone Circle, but like I say, that will be on a main video, but that's what I got up to on my Saturday. It's Monday, I've just got home from the gym and I realised that I didn't film an outro, or I didn't say anything about Sunday. So Sunday was very quiet. Normally on a Sunday I do as little as is humanly possible. So I normally spend most of the day playing video games, reading, catching up on like photo editing, crafts, that sort of thing. I definitely don't do PhD work if I can help it. And this Sunday I literally spent the whole day playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So my partner wasn't feeling very well, and he kind of just wanted to watch me play, and I was happy to do that. So yeah, he spent the whole day watching me explore the ancient Greek world. It was great, I loved it. But yeah, that was it. So that's the end of my PhD week last week, and of course I've started a new one this week that you won't see, but it's probably going to be very, very similar to the one that you saw last week. I'm rambling now. Thank you very much for watching my video and watching until the end, and I'll see you next time.